I mean, this may change your mind. You do not have to know. You do not have to know how to get them. You just have to be able to use them. So it's, if you're like, I don't know, if you get to the point where you're like, I don't know how to use them, I don't know where they came from, that's okay. Why? Okay, so we are going to spend the hour practicing proofs. That's not right. Okay, so we're going to start with a couple of easy ones here. So let's do, let's do this one. Okay, so I'm not going to write prove every time because that's what we're doing. Okay, we're proving. So cosine x cosecant x is equal to cotangent x. Okay, so we're going to prove cosine times, that's a times, it's just in a funny spot. Cosine times cosecant is equal to cotangent. Okay, so I want you to listen to me again. If it is multiplication, you need to, well, honestly, you don't need to. Your best play is to turn everything into terms of sines and cosine. Okay, so
are those two, is it cosine x and cosecant x being multiplied?
Yeah.
Okay, I just saw that.
I shouldn't have even written that. So, you don't really want to touch this side because it's hard to turn cotangent into the other things. This is, you start with the side that's bigger. Okay, it's a little bit counterintuitive because usually you're like, hey, I don't want to do the more work. You really need it. Okay, so if you turn everything in terms of sines and cosines, cosine is what? Cosine is cosine. It was a trick question. What's cosecant?
1 over sine.
1 over sine. Okay, now, this is what I told you yesterday. If you're dealing with fractions and you have one that does not have a fraction, like cosine is not a fraction to start, give him a 1. It keeps him in the right place. Okay, now, this we did not deal with yesterday. Here, we don't have anything that cancels. And so you think, well, crap, I just did this for nothing. But that's not true. You guys, this is, did you guys play Lego when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Okay. You take something apart.
It does when my one does.
You take something apart, but you can use the same pieces to make something else, right? Take something apart with Lego, put it back together, and get something different. That's the situation here. You take this apart, nothing cancels, but you can multiply this because it's fractions. Okay? So when you multiply this, what do you get?
Cosine over sine.
You get cosine over sine, which is equal to cotangent. So sometimes we put things in terms of sines and cosines. Sometimes we put things in terms of sines and cosines to be like taking the Lego bricks apart and then you put them back together and reassemble them how you want them. This is what I was trying to say about on the warm-up. So notice, don't do this because I really don't want it. Notice that I'm not here going, hey, this is equal to cotangent x. This is equal to cotangent x. Don't put that. Okay? This is here just because it's your target. Do your work over here. Stop when what you have is equal to your target. Okay? That's just a habit that we have. It's because we solve equations and we're used to pulling everything down in the equal sign. This is just different. So let's see. You guys try this one. So tangent x, secant x, sine x is equal to tangent squared of x. It is all letters. You're right.
There's 1, 2 in there.
You're right. I can reassemble them.
That was easy.
Here, reassemble.
I'd say in terms of complete, this is
Oh, right? Or is it the sign that doesn't?
Would this be sine squared over?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There you go.
they're talking about Legos.
I know they are.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so
I think she's had form each other.
difficult race.
they make brick separators now. You know,
Yes, it's a little orange thing.
it's a little orange
I
thing.
feel like they've always had them.
Mm.
had those when I was younger.
Okay, well, yeah, but they didn't have them when I was younger. So they're a relatively new invention. Okay. Okay, so this is multiplication. You want to turn things into sines and cosines. So tangent is what?
Sine over cosine.
Sine over cosine. Secant is what?
1 over cosine.
1 over cosine. Sine is sine.
Sine over.
Sine over 1. So I'll finish this and then I'll tell you why I told you some of the other things. So nothing cancels. So if you're like, nothing cancels, what did I do wrong? You know what? Then it's a reassemble. Okay? You took it apart, reassemble it. It's a Lego problem. So the top is what? Sine squared. And the bottom is cosine squared. And you go, oh, hey, what do I know about tangent? Tangent is sine over cosine. So if I have 2 of these, then it's also tangent squared. Okay, now let me show you. I don't want this in your notes, but let me show you why I told you what I did. If you didn't listen to me and you were like, hey, I am too lazy to put the ones, or I think Mrs. Douglas doesn't know what she's talking about, this is probably how you would write that problem. What's the problem then? You're going to cancel the signs. You're going to have 1 over cosine squared, which is secant, and it's not tangent squared. So we put the 1 under there to avoid problems like that. Like you're not even going to come close. You're just going to be frustrated. So put the 1 there just to keep him in his correct place so that it cancels when it's supposed to and it doesn't when it's not supposed to.
Will they ever give us ones that don't work?
No, it has to work.
So it's like that one thing that we.
It's like the verifying inverses where it has to work. It has to work.
She knew about that.
I did.
But she did. That's the only thing that mattered.
Very smart man.
I saw.
You just told me all that you knew what mattered.
Yo. So we just get rid of the outside 2 things.
Yeah, that works. Let's just get rid of, no, you can't.
That sucks.
Yep.
I like this.
Oh,
This is way better than fractions.
Okay, so again, you have multiplication. You also have the presence of a 1 there, which does let you know that you're probably going to have to use a dog at some point in time. Right? But turn things into sines and cosines. Take care of that multiplication first. Yes?
Okay.
Today is definitely a good day to have been here. Like, not talking about weather or anything else. As far as learning what we have to learn, this is not a day you would really want to miss.
Alright, sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be here tomorrow.
Probably none of us are.
No, I'm not gonna have school.
Oh.
My dad told me that we weren't gonna have school
Yeah.
and I'm so mad at him now. I need to know what happened. I'm gonna send him a meeting text. And then, okay.
Say my notes, I should have.
I think it's wrong.
Almost like
No, we have to rearrange the big dog.
Little dog.
Little dog.
Yep.
Little dog.
Because the big dog would be sines and cosines. Do you have sines and cosines right now?
I have cosine.
Okay. Okay, let's talk through this.
That's in cosine.
Oh, that, right.
Sorry, this one, I forget sometimes that it's very smooth in my brain, and we didn't talk about this. So, cosecant is what?
1 over sine,
1 over sine.
but it's squared.
Square.
Okay, tangent is what?
Sine
Sine
over
squared
cosine.
over cosine squared.
Okay, so what happens?
Sines cancel.
Okay, so you have 1 over cosine squared x minus 1. Okay.
That's little dog.
It's not a big dog though. Okay, because this is a fraction. So the big dog is specifically sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1, not fractional bits of those. But 1 over cosine is something. It's secant. So this is secant squared minus 1. Now you go, hey, tangent squared and secant squared, those are related by a dog.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So the other clue that would help you know that you had to turn that back to secant is you're working on tangent. So the only one of those dogs that's got a tangent has a secant in it. Okay. And just in case you're like, how do you even know that you have to use that? It's because there's a 1 in there. Okay. It's got a 1 and a tangent squared. That's an indication that you have to use the big dog or a dog. Okay. This rearranged is tangent squared. Okay, I'm gonna have you guys try this one. See if you can get it.
Oh, I know. Can't do it.
Oh, yeah.
Dorothy and Mason had to work on the other side today.
Okay, there you go.
I put it next to mine.
It's just
Yeah,
like
you
that.
You don't know.
Mesmerized.
Yes, I do know because I work next to him.
No, he don't know.
Oh, God, no sleep.
I put it next to mine. I put it a little bit.
Oh, I love sleep.
Well, look, I'm trying to, Kara, please be quiet. I'm trying to call you.
You're trying to call?
Yes, I'm talking to you.
That's how my door is.
You did not do it.
I have to pick up my door to close it, and I don't have a door name on the inside.
Yeah, so big.
Okay, please do my name.
Okay, I'll do that.
I can't.
Um,
Tell me after.
Oh no, I'm running out of room to write this.
I
have 5 hours of sleep. I'm done.
feel like
Do what?
I have 5 hours of sleep.
This is your big guy.
I gotta save all my brain energy till 7th hour. In my chemistry.
so then I can feel that.
No, I'm not gonna fail it because I spent 4 hours studying last night. I can't fail.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
I cannot
I
fail.
tried.
If I fail, there's no point.
Oh wait, I know what I'm doing.
ChatGPT is really good
Not
because it has
Can you please stop talking?
Please, guys.
What's secant? 1 over cosine.
Oh wait, I don't know.
Okay? So what happens? What happened?
Cancel.
Yeah, the cosines cancel. Okay? So then I have just sine squared. There's nothing to do with that in and of itself, but look at the other side. You look at the other side, it gives you a clue about what you have to do. You got to just rearrange the big dog again. Okay? The big dog is sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. So, sine squared, if I want to get sine squared by itself, what does that equal? 1 minus cosine squared. And then you're done. Cosine squared. Okay, so while you cannot touch this, it does give you clues about where to look. Okay?
That's the confusion part. I get everything else, but that's weird.
So anything on that sheet that you have, which is a different color than mine, anything on this sheet, you are allowed to rearrange and substitute.
Right.
Always. So that's all we're doing here is we're going, hey, the big dog is sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. I got a sine and a cosine and a 1, so I know it has to be that. Just rearrange it so that sine squared substitutes out for that. You're done. I'll give you another example, a little bit different.
I'm learning.
I'm glad you're learning.
I'm learning.
Okay? So, I'm going to go a little fraction. Business.
I know what we're doing here. Oh, you just okay.
So, you look at this, you're like, wait, everything is in terms of sines and cosines. I'm screwed. Okay, so this is not one that you do that way. One of our other steps was to look for rearranged dogs. Okay? That's a big dog on the top.
You just subtracted cosine.
I subtracted cosine. So just the top. So you can ignore the bottom. It's okay to just substitute out parts. Just that top is equal to what? Sine squared. Okay? We just did that. We just did that math right here. Okay, so 1 minus cosine squared is equal to sine squared. That's a rearranged big dog. So this is equal to sine squared over sine, which is equal to sine. Because sine squared, remember, just means there's 2. It's a sine times a sine, and then a sine on the bottom. So it means that 1 cancels. Okay, so let's do this one. This gives you just another taste of something like that. Okay, now. Yeah. Yep. Okay, take a look at this problem. This is one where you really have 2 choices here on what you want to do. Actually, I can think of 3 ways to do this problem, just off the top of my head. Let me tell you what I would not do first. Okay, I would not turn cotangent squared into cosines over sines. Okay, listen, here's why. There's nothing to cancel with it there, right? There's nothing that's going to cancel with it, so don't do that. Don't do it first, at least. See if there's anything else you can do. You could distribute, okay? You can do that, but there's a smarter move, okay? You have something with ones and things squared. Is that parentheses thing can be substituted out before you do anything else. What is 1 plus cotangent squared equal to? Cosecant squared. You don't even have to rearrange that one. You can directly take it out and be like, oh, that's cosecant squared. So this is sine squared times cosecant squared Now it's frozen. That's what now it is. Now you have multiplication. Now you have multiplication, and it is worth your time to turn them into sines and cosine because something will cancel. That's when
Yep.
you do it. We talked about that yesterday.
I get that now. Understand now.
Sine squared x.
Okay, so what's cosecant equal to? 1 over sine. So this is 1 over sine squared. Okay, what happens? Sines cancel, and that's equal to 1 over 1, which is 1. Yikes. Okay, now, let me just say, let's say you don't do that. Stop talking. Let's say you don't do that and you decided you were going to distribute first. Okay, you still didn't turn everything to sines and cosines yet, because why would you multiply fractions if you don't have to? This would give you sine squared x plus cotangent squared x sine x. Okay, if you turn this into sines and cosines, which is the only other thing you could do here, you still have sine squared, but you have cotangent is cosine squared over sine squared. Sine is sine. Okay, what happens there? Those cancel. This is equal to sine squared plus cosine squared, which is equal to 1. There's 2 ways to do it. This one is just a little bit easier because you take out the distribution. Okay? Neither of them is terrible. Okay, so why don't you try this one? It's all the same. Why didn't I vary this at all? Okay. Let's go secant squared x times 1 minus cosine squared x is equal to tangent squared. I said secant. And then I said a cosine, so there's lots of things flying around there. Multiple ways to do this problem.
Oh boy. Gotta think here.
Yeah, it's rough.
I get it.
It's kind of like the easiest stuff to done here.
It just honestly depends on
It's like,
what you're. Sometimes people's brain likes this. People's brains like this, and sometimes people's brain doesn't.
I like this one when we did last semester.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, the law stuff was terrible, bro.
Right. It just depends.
So how's calculus?
Hard.
I don't like that answer.
I did it.
I have my
This
fair
Douglas,
share.
I did it.
Good.
So, it's going to. Yes. And also, how did Rick calculate? Whoa.
It's just 8.
Oh, for those two? Well, you're
We should have fun game.
trying to do these stuff at once.
Okay.
Why is it?
So then what I would do
Javon, you're the one that
well, I would
did
change this here to 1 over cosine.
Exactly.
Right here.
Exactly.
You could have decided at the start of the semester and you didn't.
So then now that makes sense with us. Now, this is a cosine over 1, right? right? Because he doesn't have a fraction right now. So cosine over 1 times 1 over cosine. It's equal, or minus 1, because it's a subtraction.
Yeah. My.
Okay. This is
That
not
definitely counts toward my grade.
I did the hard.
It definitely is.
What is that on the alternate? Yeah.
You're almost there, wait,
Oh, that just equals 60.
I was gonna.
There you go. Okay, so here,
This page, she's gonna be all in on there. And you like use your hands so much that there's no way you can see.
I forgot to get all of
Right. Oh wait, this one we just did.
okay, so listen. 3 ways you could do this. Okay, 3 ways you could do this. I'm sure there's more than that, but I don't really want to do them the other way. This would be my advice in the order of easiest to hardest. None of these is wrong. So if you did it the hardest way, it's not a criticism. Okay, it's just I think there are easier ways. What's 1 minus cosine squared equal to? Okay, easiest thing to do is to be like, hey, this is a rearranged dog. That's sine squared. Secant is 1 over cosine. This is sine squared over 1. That's sine squared over cosine squared. And that is equal to tangent squared. Okay? That I think is the easiest way because it eliminates the distribution. Okay? That's only my opinion about the easiest way also. Okay? You could distribute first. Okay? So if you distribute first, you have secant squared times 1, and then minus secant squared times cosine squared. Okay, these guys, stop talking, please. These guys get turned into 1 over cosine squared, and then cosine squared. Listen, this guy I'm not changing because there's nobody for him to cancel with.
See,
Right? We only,
I changed it and then I got confused and I took a step back and then didn't change it and I figured it out.
when everything cancels, just cosine, cosine, and you have ones that cancels, what is that equal to? This is cosine over cosine, which is 1. Okay, this is a rearranged little dog. So secant squared minus 1, it should be the bottom one. Secant squared minus 1 is equal to tangent squared.
Why are they called big dogs and little dogs?
It's a little
Common
complicated.
and like.
It's easier to say than the 9 syllable.
Do you want to say Pythagorean identity? I feel like of all the efficiency people in the world, Connor, you would appreciate.
Well, like,
Little dog.
Little
no,
dog.
why is it not, why are they big and little?
Because one of them is the main one. The big dog is the main one. Like if you were to watch the video, it's the one that it starts it all. The little dogs, the little dogs are, Javon didn't even catch that one, are derived from the other one.
Hey.
Okay, the last thing that you could do is change this to 1 over cosine to start, 1 over cosine squared. If you do that, make sure that you put a 1 under your cosine over here to help you with your distribution. Distribute here, 1 over cosine squared. Distribute here, and you have cosine squared over cosine squared. What's cosine squared over cosine squared? It's 1. And then you go, wait a second, this doesn't help me. But okay, so switch it back. Like, I'm not going to disagree with you. Oh, there's another way to do this too. Just saw it. I'll show you that one too. This is secant squared, and then you're back here. That's equal to tangent x. Here's the 4th way to do it. You have a common denominator. So if you're ever doing one of these and you're stuck, but there's a common denominator, use the common denominator. So you've got cosine squared. The top of this is 1 minus cosine squared over cosine squared. 1 minus cosine squared is a rearranged big dog. What's it equal to? Sine squared. Cosine squared. And that's tangent squared. So guys, there are many ways to do these. All of them. So you cannot avoid, just in case you're like, I'd like to avoid rearranging things, notice they all have something rearranged. Whether it's a big dog or a little dog, it's all rearranged. Okay, so you can't really avoid those. No, I'm not ready to give you homework on this yet. Okay, so
Reason was that.
End of the hour.
no,
Oh.
I believe that like we're talking about Monday, assuming that we're not going to be here tomorrow, really.
I might just, is tomorrow supposed to be an
It's
after?
a
like
half
when we
day.
take this
I
test,
might just skip tomorrow.
What?
when we taking this test,
I don't know.
I know.
We're only halfway through the chapter, so
Single digits with a chance of like negatives and then negative when you chose like down I think it's a small school.
Wait, so then I wait till the last
Yeah.
hour, we're like 10 minutes away before we start breaking off.
well, I guess
Does he behave like he
hi.
You wanted to be here.
No, we get
I just know it.
I know.
That's seven. Seven? How many snow days do we get?
Six.
Six. So, let's see, you have three? Yes.
Yes, we've had 3.
what is an S and M?
That's sign?
Does that mean we only get like a half day?
Yeah,
or
you're
so?
I thought there
Or is
was
that a
S
snow
and M.
day?
Yep. It's
It's
actually based on hours. Like it's not 6
Oh.
days.
What do I say?
It's 6 days worth of hours, however many hours.
One, zero.
Like whatever. Okay. So this one there are no choices. I'm sure there's choices, but there's no choices. If we want to do this easily, there's no choices. That's okay. So on the bottom, really the only thing that you can do, because everything on the left is already in terms of sines and cosines, okay? You've got 2 pieces on the bottom though, or you've got something on the bottom. I didn't want to say 2 pieces, sorry. No, cannot do. You got 1 minus sine squared. You guys, you see a 1 and you see a thing squared. You're rearranging a dog. What is 1 minus sine squared equal to?
Cosine squared.
Cosine squared. Okay.
I already have the answer.
Okay. So you're looking at that. Now, listen. Listen. How many cosines do you have on the bottom?
1, 2.
2, because it's squared, right? So what can you do?
Cancel one out.
Cancel one of them. So you don't have to separate it even. You can just be like, hey, I'm canceling this cosine with one of those. Now, what you've got, sine over cosine, which is, you don't want to do that one first.
How ill were you?
Oh, I'm weak.
That's such a yellow.
Oh, no, not yet.
You were veterans?
Like I literally couldn't move.
Okay, so I'm literally trash. So you are trash. I know you're going to say how. Good thing my immune system is top tier. Connor, pick up the fire.
Yeah, because I can't hit you.
My dad don't say so.
I can't hit
I mean, if we were actually fighting, I said.
My dad was that way too.
Something my dad would say.
That's what my parents would do.
Oh, me too.
Actually, it's the big
Hey, so
Do you want to put that hard?
when we start talking about fractions, okay, we've already talked about this sum. So this shouldn't be super awful. That left side is what you want to work with. We should probably turn everything in terms of sines and cosines. You've got a sine, which is sine. But cosecant is what? 1 over sine. Yes. Keep, switch, flip. So there's like, we use that. So if we keep it, the first one is sine x over 1, switch to multiplication and flip the second one. Which is equal to? No.
Sine squared.
Sine squared.
Oh, I wrote it the wrong way.
Okay, so keep, switch, flip. Really important in these. Okay, really important in these. So let me have you try.
There isn't a lot of notes you're doing.
Meat bread, just add your breads together.
Oh, Miss Paige, when you started.
Like on Thursday. No, I wasn't.
Hi guys, there you go.
No, I'm talking about like last month. Yesterday.
That's a Big Mac.
So,
You gonna try that one? No, it says tangent x.
You actually have to write these ones. You can't just write these.
Right? You do. It's all about the process.
Yeah, dude. This is-
Yeah, well, that's not gonna go well for your grade on a
Well-
test or quiz. There's no well.
so theoretically, if all of these can be proven, why would I need to prove it? Because we know that they can be.
We talked about this yesterday
If you would watch the video, you would have known.
because I'm trying to teach you logical reasoning.
I already know logical reason.
You have to prove that you know it. So it ends up with a messiness of fractions is what this ends up with. Okay, so tangent is sine over cosine. Cosecant is what? What's cosecant? 1 over sine. Okay, there's the big fraction. And then what is secant equal to? Okay, 1 over cosine. Got to equal 1. You can. What are you going to cancel? Okay, if I cancel the signs, I have 1 over cosine over 1 over cosine. You don't actually have to keep switch flip because this is something divided by itself. If you keep switch flip, it's okay. It will be cosine over cosine, which is still equal to 1. And you're done. Okay.